Good day everyone, I am Cherry M. Atienzo. My assigned topic is all about financial literacy. But before that, babasahin ko muna yung lesson objectives. First, define financial literacy. Next, distinguish among financial plan, budgeting, saving, spending, and investing. Next, present ways on how to avoid financial crisis and scams. Next, demonstrate understanding of insurance and taxes. Describe a financially stable person. Determine ways on how to integrate financial literacy in the curriculum. Draw relevant life lessons and significant values from personal experiences on financial crisis and scams. Analyze research abstract on financial literacy and its implications to the teaching-learning process. Make a personal financial plan based on short-term and long-term goals. What is financial literacy? Financial literacy is a core skill in an increasing complex world where people need to take charge of their own finances, budget, financial choices, managing risk, saving, credit, and financial crisis. In simple terms, financial literacy is the ability to understand and manage money wisely. This means making good decisions about how we earn, spend, budget, and invest money. It is not just about having money, but to know how to use it properly. For example, imagine if bibigyan ka ng 1,000 as your weekly allowance. A financial literate person, hindi niya to i-spend in one day. Instead, i-divide niya ito sa snacks, sa food, sa pamasahe, at sa school materials na bibili niya in one week. So, this shows kung paano i-manage yung pera. Why is it important to start being financial literate while still young? According to Act 2013, stress that in the recent financial crisis, financial literacy is very crucial and tends to be advantageous if introduced in the very early years as preschool years. According to Act 2013, that says that learning about money early in life is very important. If kids start understanding money even when they are very young, like in preschool, it gives them advantage later on. This is because they will grow up knowing how to handle money safely, avoid debt, and make smart decisions, even during tough times like a financial crisis. For example, a child learns to save part of their allowance in a piggy bank. When they grow up, they are more likely to save money from their salary instead of spending it all. Another example, a kid learns that you should not buy every toy you see and instead compare prices or wait for sales. Later, they can avoid unnecessary debt and make smarter decisions or spending decisions. In short, the earlier you learn about money, the better prepared you are for the future. What is financial plan? According to Kagan 2019, defines financial plan as a comprehensive statement if an individual's long-term security and well-being and detailed savings and investing strategy for achieving the objectives. In simple terms, financial plan means setting goals and making plan for your money. To make financial plan, you figure out what you own and owe to know your net worth. Second, you track where your money goes each month so you can save and spend wisely. Third, you set money goals like saving for retirement, investing, and protecting yourself with insurance, also minimizing taxes. In short, it helps you know your money, control it, and plan it for the future. Also, setting goals is very important part of life, especially in financial planning. Before investing the money, consider setting personal financial goals. For example, a student may plan to save money to buy a laptop for school. Instead of spending daily allowance carelessly, they set aside a fixed amount every week until they reach their goal. What is budget and budgeting? A budget is an estimation of revenue and expenses over a specified future period of time and is usually re-evaluated on a periodic basis. On the other hand, budgeting is the process of creating plan to spend money. A budget means is a plan on how to use your money, while budgeting is the process of making that plan. In budgeting we have steps to have a good budgeting. First, set realistic goals and know how much you earn and spend. Next, separate your needs from wants so you can spend on what's really important. Then, make a balanced budget. Follow it and avoid relying on credit. Also, save for unexpected expenses and review your plan regularly. For example, if your monthly allowance is 4,000, you can list your expenses like transportation, food, school supplies, and savings. This helps you ensures that you do not spend more than what you have. Now we will talk about spending. If a budget goal serves as a financial wish list, a spending plan is a way to make those wishes a reality. Spending, if we spend, we go back to our budgeting goals. Setting and prioritizing budget goals helps you reach your dreams. First, list all your goals with your family and decide if they are short-term, medium-term, or long-term. Then, estimate how much each goal will cost and consider future costs like inflation. Next, calculate how much to save regularly and decide which goals are most important. Finally, make a schedule for when and how to achieve each goal. In short, this helps you how you use your money wisely and reach what matters most. Investment and investing. Investment is the asset itself, like for example buying a stock or the capital invested, while investing is the process of putting money to work to gain profit, for example interest, dividends, or increased value. When we say investing, means using your money to earn more money. For example, instead of just keeping your money, you can invest it in a small business like selling snacks or buy and sell. However, investing involves risk, meaning you may gain or lose money, so it requires careful thinking. Savings. Savings refers to funds that are set aside from income earned and are intended for future use. When you say savings, instead of buying something immediately like a new pair of shoes, a financially literate person may choose to save first until they can afford it without borrowing money. For example, you may save part of your allowance for emergencies, like sudden school expenses or medical needs. Having savings prevents you from borrowing money. Saving money is important because it helps you be independent or unprepared for the future. If it lets you buy things without relying on credit, pay on debts, and handle unexpected expenses or emergencies. Savings can also cover yearly costs, protect you if you lose your job or get sick, and allow you to enjoy a better, stress-free life. In short, savings gives you security and freedom with your money. We have also common financial scams to avoid. Financial scams can happen to anyone, so it's important to stay alert. Watch out for phishing emails, fake social media posts, and phone calls pretending to be banks or government agencies. Be careful with your credit and personal information to avoid identity theft. Always verify requests, shared sensitive documents, and check your accounts regularly. It is important to protect your your information helps you avoid losing money and getting into trouble. Scammers try to trick you online by phone or with fake ads. Always check carefully, keep personal into private, and watch your accounts. Also, we also have financial scam among students. So, watch out for fake scholarships that ask for money, schools that sell fake diplomas, online book scams, and credit scams on campus. Always check if scholarship or school is legitimate. Buy online only for trusted sites and monitor your credit card for unrecognized charges. In short, being careful with your money and personal information keeps students safe from scams. We have insurance and risk management. Insurance means is a contract in the form of policy between the policyholder and the insurance company. Insurance and risk management means protecting yourself from financial loss. For example, if person gets sick, hospital bills can be expensive. Having health insurance helps cover those costs and reduce financial burden. Insurance is connected to taxes because some types of insurance, like life insurance or health insurance, give you tax benefits. This means the government allows you to reduce your taxable income by the amount you pay in certain premiums. It's like a reward for being responsible and protecting yourself financially. For example, if you pay 1,000 a year for life insurance, it qualifies for a tax benefit, the government may let you subtract part of that 1,000 from your taxable income, and so you pay less in taxes. In short, insurance protects you and can also help you save money on taxes. Financial stability means not only being debt-free but also that you can cover your living expenses and unexpected costs without struggling. Financial stability means having enough money to meet your needs without stress. Reaching financial stability means building good money habits. For example, automate your savings, avoid impulsive spending, track your expenses, and invest for the future. Keep an emergency fund for your family, pay on debt, and use systems like envelopes to manage money. Pay bills on time, keep learning about finances, and always work to grow your net worth. In short, smart habits today make your money safe and help you reach financial success tomorrow. For example, a financially stable person can pay bills on time. He has savings for emergencies and does not rely too much about borrowing or too much on borrowing money. So why we need to integrate financial literacy into the curriculum? We integrate financial literacy into the curriculum because financial literacy is a core skill na dapat matutunan ng mga students. Also, integrating financial literacy, for example, in mathematics, students can learn budgeting through problem-solving activities. This helps them apply what they learn in real situations. Instead of asking, what is 100 minus 20? We use, if you have 100 pesos and you spend 20 on a snack, how much is left for your savings piggy bank? With that, yung learning ng mga students ay mas engaging kasi it is connected to real life. Also, it is not about teaching students about how to count money, but helps them build attitudes, habits, and make decision making skills. So with that, mas magagamit nila ito in the future. Hindi sila magkakaroon ng poor financial choices. And that's all of my report.